Hello and welcome back to Monster Hunter Stories 3, where today we're going to actually make more main story progress and quite possibly finish the game. So, let's get going. I see Azuria still being its Azuria self. And actually, before we make story progress, well, first of all, there's that, so might as well go for that super rare den. But then, I have been grinding invasive parts, but not from the Garuga. Because while the Garuga is probably the easiest invasive monster, with the crab not being far behind, I have a strat that works almost every time for the Seregios. And unlike the Garuga and the crab, you only need one invasive scale from a Seregios in order to upgrade most things. Which just makes it more efficient if you've got a good strat that works well. Okay, that Magnum Hollow was worth going for.
All right.
I figure I might as well do one invasive Seregios to try and show off the strat. It's nothing too special, really. And honestly, I could make it better if I was using, say, a Bolt Reaver instead of an Ivory Laggy. But Ivory Laggy is my water monster of choice. And I've also been using this to help grind up levels on my other monsties, while also doing something that I need to do if I want to get all the decorations. So yeah, it's efficient. More efficient than going and grinding on barrel felines, that's for sure. And most of the time, the game doesn't even crash while I'm doing it. Though last night I had some bad luck with crashes. Anyway, we make sure that we get a preemptive strike. Hey there, Calfort. And we open with a Nami Torrent and some Spirit Reckoning. And it's going for me, which means we are going to use Electro Breath and a standard power attack, which shouldn't break the legs. We want to get them close to breaking, but not too breaking. And we crit or something and broke them. Oh well. That denies us the ability to get an easy stun later, but it's still workable. Let's have Laggy go for that. We're gonna enter lunge stance on the wing. Kagachi, it chose to lose that head-to-head. It looks like Thea and Kagachi are going to win this one, so that's good. We can still do another Thunderclap here. Let's put that on the tail as well. And let's make sure that wing breaks. Oh, they're not doing a double because Thea used a skill. Though I suppose that does make my lunge stance better. And now we've got red, so we Thunder Drop, and let's go ahead and do it on the face. Swap to a hammer, and use a speed attack so we can double that.
You okay? We did it! Redmondsteche, let's calm down.
And unfortunately, we are about to eat an attack. If it had given us one more head-to-head that we could double, then we would have been able to get on our Monstie here and not had an issue, but we're probably going to lose 2 hearts. Which does reduce the chances of victory, but it doesn't reduce them to 0. Ah, that stagger helped. Okay, so now we can go ahead and hop on Blanc. It is not enraged, so we can just go ahead and do a standard attack. Now it is enraged, and we've got the scales incoming. So here we've got a choice, and I believe my particular preference is to just use this kinship skill. It would have been nice to be able to keep it, but we couldn't. And now we're at the part where there's a little bit of risk in that we need to get more damage on more quickly at this particular part of the fight. Is the wing or the thing broken? Let's see. It is broken, but the face isn't. So let's actually do a spinning meteor. Because if we can get that break, then it will very much help us do this more reliably. But looks like the Seregios outsped me, so yeah. This might not be a successful attempt if I cannot get that break. And even if I can, it still might not. Okay, we're fine. We win. Not gonna do the Synchro Rush, even though it probably would finish him. And this railgun will likely do it for us. And there we go. Invasive Seregios defeated, nice and quick. Gets us between 0 and 4 invasive scales, which each invasive scale lets us fully upgrade a weapon. And we got 1. But you know what? That's 1 we didn't have before. So yeah, that strategy works, I'd say like 80+% of the time. And I'm sure it would be even more likely to work if I had, say, a Bolt Reaver instead of an Ivory Laggy. But I don't have a Bolt Reaver instead of, say, an Ivory Laggy. I mean, I could, but I elected to have an Ivory Laggy. Okay, let's get our Monsties. Who did I have in the top right before? I don't remember who I had where. Like, I know Thorn was in here somewhere, but I think he was number 3? Maybe it was Steam Veins in the top right. That feels like a maybe thing. This feels like how I had things. Okay. Wait, we're not continuing the story just yet. I've got a quest to turn in and 1 more to pick up. Because I did, in fact, find all of the junk piles. They were all near the river, which I suppose makes sense. The quest talked about them polluting the river. And muscle memory put me on Thorn there, so I at least got Thorn in the right spot. I'd say I made my point clawfully clear. We won't be seeing any more littering from that Mealinx. Oh, it's you, Ryder. All done with the cleanup? The Canalta Timberland is back to its resplendent glory. Thanks for handling the cleanup work, Ryder. Now to keep this space practically spotless. Oh, also, between streams, I managed to defeat Ibushi and Narwa in a single cycle. It was really rough. Like, there were a lot of points where it was very touch and go, and I wasn't sure I was going to be able to win. I had to spend a lot of turns later on just healing, which I've rarely had to do in this game. Yeah, I had to use healing and swapping between different monsters that were just bulky enough. And there's a Velkhana here, but I don't need Velkhana parts. So it was definitely an interesting fight. But I managed it. And so I do have the XL thing, Heroic Testament. I'm not convinced Heroic Testament XL is a huge buff over Heroic Testament L. It's certainly not enough to help me survive a scale shot that I otherwise wouldn't against the invasive Seregios. Also, I decided to swap to the Devil Joe layered just because I was getting tired of the puffy shoulders that came with the Ranger layered. And there is another quest. Oh, right. This is the only fast travel point in Galliad proper. Yeah, this over here is the last quest we currently have access to. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you again, Ranger. Remember doing a little favor for me a while back? You brought me some real nice valuables from an Odogaron nest. That egg quartz sold like hotcakes, I tell ya. Before I knew it, I was stinking rich. I bought the finest clothes I could find and threw lavish parties every night. And now you're broke again? And then the money was gone. It dried up almost as fast as it came in. So how about we work as partners one more time? Hi. That judgment of yours is second to none, Ranger. I respect you more and more every day. Really, I do. But be warned, the Odogaron dwelling in the nest has been in a foul temper ever since the last time you snuck in. Which is weird because I killed it. It's gotten extra protective of that den, which means no replenishing my egg quartz supply. I'm getting a bit strapped for cash. That thing will pop up out of nowhere without warning, believe you me. I suggest you keep your guard up to the very end. Now head over to Tarquan before I change my mind. I did this for both your sake and mine, you know. So this is going to be like that Devil Joe quest, isn't it? Where there was a Devil Joe inside the den, and then as soon as we left the den, we got ambushed by a Devil Joe, even though I killed the one inside the den. I feel like this den's more out of the way than it used to be. Oh! Okay, so it's just because it's a quest monster. There's no reason that we should not be able to instantly defeat a level 50 Odogaron. I was worried that it was going to be like level 99. But it is not. Honestly, the tail stun might kill it, even though it's fixed 30 damage. But instead, Tailstone doesn't get to kill it.
Yeah! On to the next! Your Highness!
And a free Raydao egg. Shame it's only fairly potent.
All right.
And back to Galliad we go. Oh, someone went into debt, huh? Ah, hey, Ranger, I could really use some help with... Huh? You've got to report in first. Have a heart, why don't you?
Hi.
Huh? You got the goods from the nest and defeated the Otogaron? Well, ain't that a breath of fresh air? You heard that too, right, Mr. Debt Collector? I got an inroad to pay back all the zenny. I mean, not immediately, but please, just a day. A day is all I need, honest. Say, Ranger, any interest in acting as my co-signer? None whatsoever. Hey, don't just saunter off like that. Ranger! And that is all of the quests currently available. There might be another one that shows up if we load into a different area. But that is something that we will find out after we do that. Okay, so now that I've loaded into a different area, let's check again. And no quests available, so that means we must continue the story. And since I know that Ancient is weak to fire, let's go ahead and change to some fire weaponry. I have made and fully upgraded, I believe, every longsword and almost every hammer and almost every bow. So, hey, we've got access to a bunch of things. I do prefer accuracy downcoding, but defense downcoding is still pretty nice. Yeah, let's just go with dark filament.
Stop it. Now then.
If His Majesty so wills it, I too will follow my convictions, as the palico of a rider such as your highness. We must make for the sacrosanctum if we're going to secure that egg. Are you ready to depart, your highness? We do have a little time to prepare. It might be best to restore some habitats or talk with the rangers. Actually, hang on.
Getting ready.
Food will help, I'm sure. And I feel like, honestly, the Wyvernfell meal is probably fine.
Just a second. Looks good. Feeling.
Hey.
Stop it. Are you ready?
Huh?
Huh.
Okay, let's advance the story. Haven't done that in a couple streams. Very well. In that case, off to the sacrosanctum we go.
Well. Go.
So yeah, we're gonna go into Terra Nativitas, aren't we? It seems like the type of place where there would be an egg, based on its name.
Hey! Over here! PK, were you waiting for us?
Is PK short for Palico Kong?
Sure was.
boss asked me to. Said he wanted me to get y'all up to speed when you finally decided to show up.
About the Elder Dragon's egg?
Right again. After you left, boss and the survey captain got right back to searching for the Elder Dragon. And guess what? They stumbled onto a mysterious ore found only in that area, traced it back to the source, and bam! They found the den!
Mysterious ore, huh?
Probably quartz that came from the Elder Dragon itself.
Anyway, this is the shortest route to the den, but with all the monsters around, it still ain't exactly a cakewalk. I guess you could take the long way around?
No, we're confident that this is the path we want to take. Isn't that right, Your Highness?
Yeah. We can't let Vermeil beat us to the punch.
Vermeil?
Let's go.
Did something happen since I saw you last?
Where do I even start? We encountered the Elder Dragon, were nearly turned into crystal, and cheated fate in about 100 other ways.
Oh, is that right? Huh. That explains it.
What explains what, exactly?
Before you were all, oh fiddle-dee-dee, I shall never allow Her Highness to face any undue dangers. But not anymore. Things are different now. It's almost like, instead of just a princess and her palico, the two of you have become actual real partners.
Partners?
Yeah, maybe that's not the best way to put it, but whatever's going on, I dig it.
You dig it? Well, if that's how we're putting things, then perhaps I dig it too.
Oh, you can't scream at a Malzeno.
They snuck up on us! Oh, hey! You did it!
Well, if it's retreating, I guess we have to grab some Malzeno eggs.
Excellent job!
Twist my arm. Also, give me Ogden and Chirpy back.
Oh!
Thea and Kagachi are good for invasive Seregios, but I prefer Ogden and Chirpy in most matters. Admittedly, not so much for Elder Dragons these days. Ogden is more helpful against things that can actually be put in a trap, because he loves to use traps with good timing. But Chirpy can still apply a lot of statuses that are really helpful to have. For Elder Dragons, depending on what they're weak to, I'll typically go for either Eleanor or Gaul. But, yeah.
I've got this. Let's go.
Take it easy
Ran
now.
straight into this guy.
Hey! What a win! Pretty good.
That's that.
Might as well drop a hard save because we can. Didn't mean to click save again. And let's wait until nighttime, just in case the game lets us do this at night, because if it does, there's more in it for us. Signs of an explosion. Oh, hey, look, another catavan stand. And yet, I still don't have the achievement for opening every catavan stand. Which means there must be at least one more.
is it?
That egg quartz.
Somebody must have cracked it open.
Who are you thinking?
Dunno. Maybe some egg hunters found this place.
Nah, I'm not sure I see it. There aren't many folks who know how to make it this far, and even fewer egg hunters.
Besides, the other egg quartz around here is undisturbed. This is the only one that's cracked.
'Twas Amara.
This is Mother's armor.
What?
I knew it. Mother was looking for the Elder Dragon Den, and her search brought her here. But something must have happened.
They went and battle-bound an Azurathalos.
Rathalos!
This is bad. Really, really bad. We've got this, everyone. Let's go!
Easy peasy.
That armor looks like a Rathalos. Maybe a subspecies?
Time to go.
I suspect our common knowledge doesn't apply here. We'll have to play this one by ear. Alright, so having a fire weapon is not exactly helping here. But having Isdarg will probably help. In fact, let's have him Dragon Surge.
On you.
And, I mean, the camera zoomed in on the tail. I feel like going for it ought to be worth something. And it's already using an AoE or perhaps a buff. Or maybe it's just... No, it's definitely an AoE or a buff.
This will do it! Now's our chance!
Thank you.
Okay, so it is airborne. And busting the wings will get us a topple, so might as well go for that. I bet if we used a flash, it would also work. We've seen that work against a Legiana. But I'm not going to bother.
This will do it!
Counting on ya.
That helps.
Now's our chance!
Good going.
Classic! Nice job!
Yeah.
Thank you! Let's calm down.
Might as well drop an aerial aim on this back.
You're on a roll.
Was hoping I'd go before Isdarg. Getting defense down large before our largest source of damage goes is a nice multiplier. Okay, I think it used power when it was on the ground earlier. Well, either way, we gotta swap off Isdarg.
Let's go!
It did use power earlier. Okay.
Now's the time. Counting on ya.
That helps.
Watch out! What?
Such dreadful energy. It's planning something. Stay on guard.
Out of time.
No!
Okay, what is it planning? Well, it's got a face to topple.
Counting on you.
And I happen to have a bunch of stamina to use. So, I think... Meteor Hammer is the best I got here. And apparently it's not that good. Because, yeah, Perfect Strike doesn't target a part. It doesn't have anything to Omni Chase. And Windmill Bash is for Wyvern Soul.
This will do it. Yeah.
But since it's staggered, it's not hitting anyone, so... That attack just now had explosive powder in it. An Azure Rathalos couldn't pull off something like that. No way, no how. Just as I thought, this Rathalos.
All right, keep it up.
What did you think about this Rathalos? Also, if I'm not mistaken, Ogden and Chirpy are electing to lose a head-to-head right now. Okay, they're electing to tie a head-to-head. Thankfully, we have saved them.
Classic.
We could still try and go for the tail, but honestly, it doesn't matter at this point. This thing's going down.
Good going. Oh, that teamwork.
No items acquired? Say, Garnet, do you think this Rathalos is...
Anyway,
I think we're on the same page here. We should take a closer look.
That was no ordinary Azure Rathalos, I'll tell you that for free.
looking at this Rathalos.
The thing's a dead ringer for the one we saw in the scrolls, ain't it?
Wait, you're not implying it came out of that egg quartz?
Did we just fight a battle-bound monster from 200 years ago?
Yeah, I think we did.
Hold on, this thing survived after being crystallized? No way, it's completely unheard of.
Well, Ratha here hatched from a crystallized egg, so it's not without precedent.
He what?
That has implications for all the crystallized monsters we've seen elsewhere.
Crystal. Just like Ratha. How didn't I realize? We gotta hurry.
Because if other crystallized monsters start waking up, I mean... There's the crystallized Devil Joe super close to Azuria Castle. Feel like that could end up being a problem.
Hey, I'm just gonna come right out and say it. If we haven't found the egg by now, then it ain't here. In case it somehow slipped your mind, we're in the middle of an Elder Dragon's den right now, and there's no telling when it'll decide to come home.
By all means, you are more than welcome to head back.
No, I'm not leaving here without you. Oh, what's up?
Just ahead of us.
Really didn't like the sound of that. Uh-oh.
A battle-bound Lunagaron, huh?
Did that just hatch?
That was a roar. No time to waste.
I'm right here! What the heck's your problem, man?
Over here!
No!
It's a Lunagaron.
Luna Garon. Fresh out of the egg quartz, too.
Then this monster's been battle-bound.
Lunagaron, huh?
I've got this. Let's go.
Take it easy now.
Why?
I don't like that it's Lunagaron because it feels like it's got 2 emphasized syllables in a row. In fact, it feels like 3 of the 4 syllables are emphasized. Lu-na-ga-ron. 3 emphasized syllables is too many for one name. First in Azure Rathalos, now Lunagaron. What the heck is going on here? The battle binding must have enhanced the monster. Everyone be careful. And yeah, Calvor, we sure have not ever seen him unsheath his greatsword. But we can only assume that it is possible for him to do so. And the tail breaks with Pierce. So I guess let's whip out our defense down coating. Sure, that'll keep this from being a double. But we don't need a double every time. And we got the Nox poison, which is always nice.
Thank you.
Admittedly, it's less nice now that we actually do like 4 times as much as the Nox poison ticks with any single attack. But it's still extra damage, even if it isn't as much of a contributor to our overall damage as it once was.
Now's the time. Counting on ya.
That helps.
Okay, we got some ice armor going. And looks like we've got an AoE incoming.
You're on a roll.
Well, at least I didn't get stunned.
Everyone.
Okay, I don't know what this guy's gonna use right now. And Thorn is skill sealed. Apparently. Yeah. Well, at least we know someone else who can use fire.
Let's go.
And yeah, I don't know what this guy's gonna use. I feel like it's gonna be power or tech. So if I use power, I will be safer. But nothing is weak to hammers. But I wasn't using my hammer, so it's fine. Okay, it's using power. Good to know.
Good one. All right. Good going. Now's the time.
And now we're out of ice armor mode, so it should be back to speed, which means, hey, Ratha's doing the right thing. And it's also back to only having a pierce weak point. And nice, we got the burn. That means Great Flame Vortex works. He already wants to use it. Good job, Ratha.
Thank you.
Why'd I use Quick Shot instead of Rapid Shot? Am I a fool?
Watch out!
I could be a fool. Ah, I knew this Lunagaron would be trouble. How awful. The battle binding has altered its body to the extreme. So now it's battle-bound parentheses unleashed. But whatever it's doing is doing it to Chirpy, so I don't gotta care just yet, now do I? Oh hey, now it's got a thing that can be hammered. So apparently it's using 2 attacks per turn now. You know what? Let's make it use no attacks this turn.
Okay. See that? Our friendship.
That did less damage than I'd hoped.
We've got this!
Oh, it resists everything but dragon right now, and I guess it doesn't have resistance to fire, but it's not weak to it. Well, we can go ahead and Dragon Fist them claws while I drop a Meteor Hammer on the face. And we've got Venom Surprise coming, so I don't have to care what the Unagarn is trying to do to my dog.
Got him!
You did it!
You're on a roll.
And we broke everything. And perhaps more importantly, we killed it. The Battlebound. What an atrocity. The whole thing overturns the fundamental nature of a monster. This is the transgression. How despicable. Hopefully we've provided it some modicum of peace.
Is anybody injured?
No, we're fine. Thank you.
Thing was pretty spry for a 200-year-old. Also, thanks for saving my life again.
Yeah, don't mention it. Maybe next time unsheath your greatsword. It can be used to block attacks, you know.
I'm glad you're safe. You too, Captain.
She's got it in her head that there's an ancient egg around here. So, where is it?
Right over here. Come on, all of you.
Right over past that probably final catavan stand. Yep, final catavan stand. Confirmed. Just got the achievement for visiting all of them.
That's it.
So, is the egg
Alive.
This is the second Monster Hunter Stories game in which we've had to try to find an Elder Dragon egg before the villains do.
No!
I knew it.
No!
I just had a feeling. Lady Amara.
Amara? Who is...
They're here.
It's the egg they want. We'll try to buy you some time. Hurry! Clarissa!
Who is that woman? Wait, Lady Amara. How are you here?
She's lost her memories. She can't even remember her own name.
This cannot be. Amara is long dead. She abdicated her throne. She betrayed us and fled to Azuria. Her corpse should be rotting in some long-forgotten hole. There's no way she still draws breath.
You're wrong!
It matters not. It's time you give us the egg.
No chance.
Is that right?
And here comes Mommy?
It's here! It must have been drawn in by all these battle-bound monsters.
At the ready. Cowards!
Well, sucks to be him.
This way!
You see the people suffering. Now listen to the monsters' voices. I'm counting on you to keep Vermeil safe.
You impertinent!
Come to your senses! Even after all we've done, Ancient's still running rampant. I hate to say it, but we have no choice. We just have to keep fighting.
I half expected them to bring Simon back in this cutscene so that we could, you know, fight Ancient together, because the whole, oh, it was stopped by 2 Skyscale Rathalos before. But I guess that ain't gonna happen yet. And the shell is not yet all glowy, which means we are allowed to hit it. So let's hit it.
This will do it!
Now, counting on you.
That helps.
That crystallization attack is no joke. If it hits you, withstanding the crystal erosion's gonna take a lot of energy.
The erosion spreads so much after just a single hit. Another attack like that, and there might not be any coming back. Ratha might be able to resist crystallization.
Okay. Curable by riding a monstie. And while inflicted, we do not recover stamina. And if inflicted again, we lose a heart. So, that's unpleasant. And I guess we gotta swap to Ratha, like it super wants us to. I feel like this thing's gonna use power. So that's just a guess. Ogden 100% wants to get backlashed, as is how he usually is. That's generally what he's been about his entire career, is getting backlashed. And I guess I'll just try and go for a double with Ratha here. Okay, it is using tech.
Eyes up.
Nothing for it. If we get hit by a crystallizing attack, we're done. Other than Ratha, is there any way we can resist crystallization?
There has to be something we can do. Let's fight on RedmondStache for now. I'll look out for a chance to counterattack.
I mean, if I had the kinship to fight on RedmondStache, I would absolutely be doing that. But I don't, so I won't. I feel like it's probably a mistake to spend all of my stamina right now, but... what else am I going to use it for? And there goes a heart from Ratha, but that's fine. Okay, so now it's going for me, and it's probably still using tech, I would assume.
Now's our chance!
All right.
Ancient's shell is broken!
Which means we're finally looking at the real thing. I'd say that bit there seems an awful lot like a weak spot.
Don't get cocky. Ancient knows that it's in danger. The kid gloves are off.
Okay. Time to fight from RedmondStache. And apparently we've got 3 different parts of the core, some of which are weaker than others. Well, let's break the ones that are easy to break, huh?
Excellent! Now's your chance!
Counting on you.
That helps.
Good one.
Well, so much for fighting on RedmondStache.
Out in time.
I'm gonna guess it's using power.
Okay.
I guess it doesn't matter because Venom Surprise is happening.
How about that?
And we've broken all of the things and thereby toppled Ancient. He is not burning, so Great Flaming Vortex is not the thing to use Ratha, I'm sorry to say. Really wish Chirpy didn't waste the knockdown turn just applying Inflict rate up.
Thank you.
But we're about to get another topple, if I'm not mistaken.
Are you seeing this? Ancient's managed to cover its body in another shell!
Using crystallization to regenerate its shell, huh? Then we'll do it again! Shatter that shell!
Or no, we're not about to get another topple, it's still got another circle thing. Which means we gotta go through the Wyvern Fell gauge one more time. Well, I can go ahead and aerial aim that back and get us a nice defense down L. Wish I managed to go before either of the monsties.
Good going. Counting on you.
That helps.
Now's your chance!
Okay, so it's going to be using tech, which means Savage Fireball is totally fine. Yeah, we got the burn. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. It had a glowy back. Pulled an Ogden.
All right, keep it up.
Okay, and now it does not have glowy back, I don't think. And so we should be perfectly fine to actually Omni Chaser that thing. Between Great Flaming Vortex and Omni Chaser, we should get the back break.
You did it! Watch out!
Actually, why am I using Savage Fireball? Great Flaming Vortex. And we slew it on the same turn we would have gotten a topple. Except it looks awfully alive for being slain.
No, this isn't over yet.
Which means we didn't manage to slay Ancient. But I did just get the achievement for defeating every type of Elder Dragon, so... Oh, neat. The crystals are falling off, so we're getting to see what its actual back looks like.
Is she alright? Yes. And the egg?
I dropped it in the commotion. We have to look for it.
Oh, I bet Mr. Guy who got hit by the breath. Oh, nope. It's Simon.
Simon.
It's been a long time, Amara. It's me. It's Chris.
I'm sorry.
So they really were telling the truth. You can't remember anything.
Give me the egg, Simon.
Oh, he did live.
You must understand. If we wish to put an end to the agonies befalling our people, we need the power of the Elder Dragon.
Simon, you can't!
The egg stays with me.
And what of your desire to cure crystallysis? Of the medicine you dreamed of? The people you hope to save?
A cure for crystallysis?
There isn't any cure. Once you've got it, there's no coming back. Ramil lured me in with a promise. If I helped them, they would work on a remedy. They lied in order to wrap me around their little finger.
I'm sorry. I never knew.
That was by design. I didn't want you to know I was sick. This is all Ancient's fault. So much strife. Even over this damned egg.
You can't! There's a life inside that egg! You're still a ranger, just like us! Controlling monsters. Taking lives. That's never been who you are, and you know it! It's on the verge of hatching! You hear it?
No, I don't hear anything.
Listen closer. It's going to hatch.
There's no way it'll hatch. It's from 200 years ago. It's gotta be dead by now.
Ordinarily, you'd be right, but these are not ordinary circumstances. It makes me wonder, could the Elder Dragon's crystallization process be...
A means of preserving things?
Mist. It's the same as in the village. Amara!
You have to run.
But you...
Take it.
I can't just leave you here to die!
You need to. Rather go!
What are you? Amara!
You have to live.
Someday, the people making the stories games are going to realize you can name a Rathalos something other than Ratha.
Simon!
The egg. We can still...
That's enough.
But why?
I heard it too. It's responding to us.
It...
We have to go.
Then shall we?
Corbin, I'm counting on you.
I gotcha.
Best be careful now.
Feels wrong that a Gravios is flying and gaining altitude in so doing. I smell a new super rare den. Up in the typical spot, I see. And why, yes, I did replace the Silverwind Nargacugas I used to have here with Hellblade Glaives. just because. There aren't enough dragon-type monsties to completely fill out the roster here with things that didn't already live here. I can sense something from over there. It's ancient, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, we've come this far. No turning back now.
Okay.
Everybody ready? I know I am. We've made it this far. No two ways about it. We've got a job to do.
Right.
We must stop Ancient.
Yes!
Are you ready for this, Your Highness?
All right.
Yeah, let's get to it. Oh, fine.
All right, let's go.
Maybe I should have looked around for side quests before saying yes.
Simon! Please don't do this! Simon!
But then again, those side quests will still be doable post-game, I'm sure.
That's ancient.
It's lost its mind.
Look there! Twin sky-scale Rathalos. Just like the legend.
Simon! What do you think you're doing? Ratha. Just as I thought.
Your Highness! Up there!
Simon!
What the?
Wake up, Simon.
Wake up, Simon! Oh no! Simon!
Is this it? Is this my ancestors testing me?
Who are you?
Your friend.
Is it really you?
Rudy?
Wake up.
Can we put his hat back on? Okay, good.
You're back. You okay?
I heard his voice.
I finally get it! This entire time, Ratha was always by my side! Even when he was battle-bound! He kept calling me! Kept protecting me! Even then I never...
Yeah, Califor, that crystal must have been in deep. Right in the poor guy's brain.
What is this?
It turns out our friends can fight off crystallization. You ready?
Oh, so it's just going right back into this form and we gotta decrystallize it again, huh? That looks even more crystalline now.
It's been battle-bound. Trapped and alone, with no sense of self. But we can hear it.
Yeah.
We'll set Ancient free. We will not let it die here. Not while it's a stranger to itself.
So we're gonna bring it back to its senses and then kill it.
Please, Ancient. You must endure this. We'll return you to normal. I promise.
Gee, I bet we gotta break those 4 glowy things.
I could hear its pulse. It's not sounding good. We have to hurry.
Yeesh, that Blightstone armor looks nasty. This big fish is gonna need some scaling.
And that's what we'll do. Together, we'll break through that armor.
Okay, well, let's bring out Ratha because the game clearly expects us to bring out Ratha. And I guess if we just try and go for one part at a time, that'll probably be the most effective.
Okay. That's it. Now.
That crystal is ginormous! Did Ancient make that?
If it did, then we've got trouble. It's like its rage hasn't even started to settle down.
Trouble's definitely coming our way. Keep your eyes open and be ready to dodge. It's firing crystal arrows at us. Doesn't look like we could take many of those.
I don't know how I was supposed to be ready to dodge that.
There's no getting close to Ancient until we figure out how to deal with them. First we destroy the arrows, and we quell its fury.
Let's calm down.
Okay, there's no arrows to destroy. I never had an opportunity to destroy the arrows, game. Okay, so is this thing gonna be using tech? I bet it's gonna be using tech. It's in normal mode, and Ancient in normal mode has used tech. Yep, it's using tech. Okay, so now there's a thing to break. Looks like they're gonna use power. And we'll have Ratha bust this. And I will... Actually, no. We'll have Ratha try that while I use Rapid Shot to bust this. Oh, that takes a bit more doing than I bargained for. Okay. I was thinking that maybe a double plus a Savage Fireball but might be enough to kill that crystal, but...
That broke its core! We've got the Elder Dragon stunned! Time to pour on the attack! Captain, me and Kagachi will take this one. You guys can handle the others as they open up.
That's the way. We drop its guard by breaking its core. Then we hit it with everything we've got.
This will take all we have, but we've got to try.
It's our time to shine, Kagachi! Get the lead out! Please!
I don't think I've ever watched this before.
Incredible! You've halted Ancient's momentum! Wonderful work!
And it only took all our energy. I leave the rest in your hands, Captain. Thanks, Thea. I won't let you down.
Okay, we need to beat up that Blight Crystal before it beats us up. You know, a perfect strike might not be the worst.
Okay. That's it.
Okay, we didn't need the perfect strike. But it got us a stagger, so at least we didn't have to worry about Ancient doing anything nasty. And that core is going to take more to break than any of the others. So it's probably to our advantage to go for the more breakable ones first. Though it might actually be the other way around. Maybe it would be more to our advantage to go for the harder to break one first, because then we get more staggers later in the fight when it's likely that things will be nastier. I can't claim to know for sure. What I can say is that he's using Savage Fireball on that Blight Crystal, and so am I. And you know what? Maybe now a perfect strike would be fine. I toppled the Blight Crystal. What? Okay, I guess I gotta get on Ratha. And he's using Sky High Dive. Part of me wants to do a double with him. Let's do it.
Let's go. Together.
I mean, at least this time we get an actually unique double attack animation. I feel like that was worth seeing. And now it's in super crystally mode. Why is it exposed when it's got more crystals on it than ever? Ooh, that one's about to break, and this one's also pretty close. So Ratha V is gonna break that one easy. So I guess I'll go for this one.
That's two. It's working. Ogden, if you'd be so kind.
You got it. I'm next in line to rumba. Chirpy, get them dancing shoes on. Okay. Show 'em your stuff, Chirpy. All right.
Let's calm down.
Okay, so now to work on this one.
Don't overdo it.
Ooh, now we've got a lot to deal with. Okay, so what's going where? Okay, Ratha and left Blightstone, or Ratha V and left Blightstone are doing a head-to-head. Looks like Simon's gonna double it with him. I could break this core this turn. Would that be to my advantage, though? Probably not. Let's make sure that left Blight Crystal is done. And I'll spend the last of my stamina on a perfect strike. Oh, toppling Ancient gets rid of the crystals. Well, that's good to know. Yeah, let's go for the one that is going to take the most. And I have no stamina, so I kind of have to just do a regular power attack. I mean, it doesn't have to be power, but... yeah, since this thing's knocked down, might as well go for the one that's going to take the most to break.
Another break! That makes 3! Cora, it's all you!
Consider it done. Come on, Gravy! I've got this.
It is neat that we get to see all these kinship attacks during this battle. Gives it an appropriate sense of this is a really big, important moment, and everyone's participating. Instead of everyone sitting on the sidelines doing absolutely nothing while we participate. Okay, I can't make Ratha use a power attack right now. But Ratha V is going to double with me. So it's fine. And that's the last break.
4th one down! We're so close! Just a little more!
Lucky and I got this. Time to bring this to an end. Leave it to me. Let's finish this! Legia! All right.
Its HP bar was only half empty.
It's still...
All this in an instant?
Still got some fight in it.
Pushing back our celebration, are ya?
Yeah, of course we gotta break the big one.
Enough, Ancient! Come to your senses!
This is bad. Ancient's almost reached its limit. If we can't calm it down, its power's going to explode all over again.
So it'll be like 200 years ago all over again?
We must not allow that to happen! We will quell the Elder Dragon at all costs!
And I guess we didn't have Eleanor use her kinship skill on this thing yet, so clearly, we do in fact still need one more break so that she can do something.
We have to destroy Ancient's true core before it's too late! This tragedy ends here!
Let's go!
Okay, we can in fact double it. Thing says it's gonna be using tech, so let's go ahead and just... yeah, let's double it. And since I don't really have much in the way of, you know, stamina, let's use the thing that does the most damage.
You okay?
That helps.
Great.
Interesting. That did no wyvern fell. Well, I feel like at this point I kind of need to get a full kinship thing. Because if I don't, I'm basically getting ruined next turn. And now we can hop on, curing my petrification. Something tells me the game wants us to use a double kinship to finish this.
Ancient's at its limits.
Or maybe not.
Destroy the true core.
I mean, we're trying. Of course, he got to stay on his Ratha, but I didn't get to stay on mine. Might be to my advantage to use Solar Cry, but meh. And I can't do repeated use. I don't have the stamina for it, so let's just give it a standard bonk. Feels weird that we're not allowed to do any Wyvern Soul damage to this guy right now. Ooh, Simon Dust of Lifing.
Don't overdo it.
Thank you. Classic. Nice job.
And there we go. We've broken the last thing. Was it the core or the nucleus?
Our ancestors' sins will today be put right. Help me out.
And yeah, Eleanor had to do something. Subtitle said core, but voice said nucleus, even though they'd been calling it cores most of the time. I feel like that's a case where the voice line was perhaps recorded a little early before they caught that. And this is not a forced synchro rush, I don't think. But we're doing it.
Did that work?
Calm yourself, Ancient! This isn't good. Its pulse is weak. The crystals are consuming it alive. Come on! Does it mean to destroy everything?
This is bad! It's gonna bash us like a big old crystal-covered battering ram! Let's go! Yahoo! That's what I'm talking about!
You got this. Keep pushing through.
Well, those are certainly interesting projectiles. And they broke our shield.
Shattered our barrier!
Behind us!
You got this, Chirpy.
It's already full up.
No matter what happens, you keep going!
Well, surely they will be okay.
It's up to you to save Ancient from this.
This is our last chance! Ready! Ready! Simon!
Right.
Can he put the hat back on, please? Why was the cut-in not full screen? That's the second time that's happened, and it feels like it's not supposed to be like that. Not gonna lie, I fully expected when the music hit its crescendo there for it to break into the main theme. Oh hey, they lived. After getting exploded.
They're disappearing.
Hell, ain't that a sight?
Look at Ancient. It's transforming.
So this is its true form.
Ancient. Please forgive us.
At least now you can finally be free.
You gotta wake up!
I can't help but feel like running to be under this giant falling whale is not the smartest of plans.
Come on! Call out to it! I know you can hear it! Its voice!
tiny baby whale.
Welcome to the world.
Careful, don't get too close or he gets squished when he blinks. And we're back to Azuria.
Henceforth, ancient Sacrosanctum will become a nature reserve. Furthermore, the Covenant will be lifted, and riders may cross the meridian freely. Do you pledge to maintain peace until the capital is relocated to the Sacrosanctum? And with understanding, work to prevent the outbreak of a third war?
This we pledge.
I feel like us two are not the ones who should be making this pledge. We aren't the official rulers of our kingdoms. Last I checked.
It's been quite some time. I hope you're keeping well. I've continued to spend my days absorbed in research. All the while wondering, when the child grows, will the people have their sentinel once again? If so, and the ecosystem recovers, could we see the return of monsters that have long since gone extinct? I wonder too about the mysteries yet unsolved. For instance, we still do not know why twin Rathalos have the power to resist crystallization.
You know, Ogden had an interesting theory about that. Evolution?
That's right. Those two Rathalos, they had a fight with the Elder Dragon on their claws and needed to survive. And to do that, they had to be crystal-proof, so they evolved, right?
Incredible. Nature's just full of surprises. It's amazing just how much we can adapt to.
You can say that again, but it's how we get by.
There was a moment where I could have sworn I was hearing Ratha's will given voice. If we were looking for proof of an evolution, that's it, at least in my book. As for Simon, he's returned to his village. Between him and his Ratha, the village's reconstruction is in good hands.
So, the Crystallis' people are not set free of their affliction, huh?
I can't even start to tell you how much I owe you.
Back at you. We know that Azuri is going to change, so let's be the ones to change it. A long time ago, Simon and I made a promise. We said we'd bring peace to the world. After everything we've done, I think it's possible.
This promise of yours, does it have room for one more?
Of course. Twins will always be twins, brought together by the whims of fate. Although the two will never become one, they're always connected by an unbreakable bond.
I don't think the two of us are twins,
Our
though.
kingdoms are very much the same.
So, where's Clarissa in all this? Like, she just kind of stopped existing halfway through the final boss battles. I feel like she should still matter in some capacity. This Elder Dragon hatchling has taken longer to mature than any monster hatchling we have ever seen before.
I was surprised to hear you needed to meet.
Sorry to pull you away from all you've been doing.
It's no trouble, really. You said it had to do with Ancient's crystallization and how it stored its egg?
Yes. Exactly.
Our little pal's just gotten so big.
Kids just grow up right before your eyes.
Eavesdropping's a bad look, you two.
Beats the alternative. Can't interrupt a family reunion now, can we?
Yeah.
So, crystallization was an act of preservation that spiraled out of control? Is that what you're saying?
Well, it's my leading theory at any rate. Though if I put the ranger methods you taught me to good use, I think I can find out if it holds water.
That I taught you?
Yes.
Ah, so the king's on a wheel throne, is he?
Oh, I see. By returning it to the wild and tracking its growth, we can see for ourselves.
Exactly.
Also, if I'm not mistaken, it respected my coloring choices for this armor. Even though I wasn't wearing it going into this scene. Because that should be a lighter blue if it didn't respect my choices.
It is to be a ranger.
Alright, so that's Monster Hunter Stories 3. It's a good game. I liked it quite a bit. Battle system is far and away the best of any Monster Hunter Stories. The story itself feels like a lot of the game you're just... You know, you're on a journey to learn, which is fine and all, but it feels like there's no real stakes. It's just you're going to find things out. And, like, that's not a problem. It feels like the only real driving force is your desire to go. Which, yeah, that's fine and all. And I love exploring in games, so yeah, it's fine. It feels like there's no narrative weight for a lot of the game. And then when you get to the point where there is narrative weight, you're already like 80% of the way done. Rudy needs to put his hat back on. That should never come off. Like, please stop showing us hatless Rudy. I need to really hope that I'm not going to get copyright struck for this music right now. And in fact, hang on, I've got an idea. I don't know if this is going to work, but I muted the wrong thing. That might have muted it for the stream. I muted my voice instead of the cutscene or game, but I don't know if that's actually muted for the stream or not, but we'll see. Anyway, yeah, game's good. Has lots of neat things. Gameplay's great. Aw, look at Ogden finding a couple baby Anjanaths. And having his goggles stolen by one. But yeah, still bizarre the number of monsters monsters in general they decided to omit from this game. As well as, like, some of the choices. Like, there's some subspecies that they could have easily included. There's some main species they could have easily included. Honestly, I think that's my biggest problem with this game is just the roster. Like, they've got, they've got the hits. They've got a lot of really good stuff that I would have been super disappointed not to have. But then, like, there's a good number of things that were in previous Stories games but aren't in this one. With no real justification. Like, where was Zamtrios? We could have had Zamtrios. Zamtrios has been in every Monster Hunter Stories game, but it missed this one, and instead we've got, like, we've got 2 amphibians, sure, but neither one was in any previous Stories game. It's just weird. They made some interesting choices with regards to what monsters to include and not include. And I feel like they could have had more. Like Pokemon, yeah, they don't have to include every Pokemon in every game anymore because there's over a freaking 1,000 of them. But here we've got, I'm pretty sure, still less than 200 monsties. And yeah, each monstie has to have more animations than each Pokemon. Like, yes, that is true. And I guess they did change the art style enough. And hang on, song's over. Unmuting game audio.
My actions have left you with a heavy burden to bear.
Well, it won't be so bad. If my sister helps carry it.
So Clarissa does still exist. Wow, really? That's all we interrupted the credits for? Anyway, like, if they hadn't been changing the art style of the Monster Hunter Stories games with every entry, then we probably would have gotten a lot more monsties in here. But still, like, we don't have a 5th gen Plesioth. And yet they gave us Plesioth here, but not Cephadrome, when Cephadrome would have been, like... They gave us Cephalos. Cephadrome would have been one of the easiest things they could have added, and they just didn't. It's... Some of the things they elected not to give us are just baffling. And I've said it before, a monster collector or a creature collector game lives and dies on its roster. And I don't feel like the Monster Hunter Stories roster is big enough that they can start cutting things from it without us feeling the loss. And I'm not gonna lie, I was really hoping we would get rideable Durambros after having non-rideable Durambros in Stories 2. But we just didn't get Durambros at all. There's quite a few things like that. Like, yeah, we got rideable Cenatar, but... Hermitars? Nah. And the thing is, we've gotten Hermitars in RE Engine games before, so like... Yeah, we got Hermitars in Sunbreak. They were right there. But nope, no Hermitars for us. Only one crab that is rideable. Not even Rust Razor. Like, yeah, Rust Razor, they would have had to give some unique animations for its whole claw spin attack. With putting a claw in the Glavenus shell on its back. They would have had to model the Glavenus skull as well as the Rust Razor claws. Like, it wouldn't have just been a color change or slight tweaks to the model, like some deviants. But they still could have done it. And like, we didn't get Red Helm Argyros. That would have been a pretty easy deviant to make, I would imagine. But either way, the game, like, it was still really good. I still enjoyed it. The combat was fantastic. I don't know that I have enjoyed any turn-based combat system more. Which is honestly kind of saying something. Admittedly, I don't play every turn-based game that comes out, but I've played quite a few. I've played Final Fantasies 1, 3, 4, 7. I have played Bravely Default and Bravely Second. I've played Final Fantasy IV Heroes of Light or whatever the heck that was called. I've played lots of Mario and Luigi's. I've played Mario RPG. I've played Golden Sun. Played lots and lots of Pokemon. Yeah, I think I can pretty easily say that this is my favorite combat system in a turn-based RPG that I've played. And like, yeah, that's real good. Exploring around the world, real good. Even the fact that we didn't get true flight never really felt like a huge deal. There were a couple places where it would have been nice. Like, specifically getting to a den on a specific ledge in Canalta would have been a lot nicer if we could just fly to it instead of needing to basically go to a kind of ridiculously far caravan stand, then walk up near the entrance to Shepherdin, then jump into the water, swim over, climb up onto the ledge, and then be able to get to that den. Like, that was annoying. If we had true flight, or even just a double jump, we could have gotten there from elsewhere. But that's basically it. Most of the other time, they've got the caravan stands placed well enough that just being able to go to a caravan stand and glide is fine. Honestly, if they just put a caravan stand on that ledge, I probably wouldn't really feel too much need to be able to have true flight at all in this game. So yeah, like, they designed the environment pretty well. The combat's great. The game looks fantastic. When it's not crashing on PC, it runs great. Like, on the Steam Deck, it runs pretty darn well. And that's a Steam Deck. Apparently, it's got some issues on Switch too, but I didn't play on that. But even on Switch 2, the issues are not, like, major issues. Yeah, Califor, the first area of Serathis was a bit annoying until we got the caravan stand next to the Outlook. Because then you just go there, you climb up the Outlook, and then you can glide to wherever you need. Yeah. I maintain that if they were to make a main series Monster Hunter game with this art style, I would love that. That would be fantastic. I don't know that a soul on this earth would complain about that. I mean, sure, there's probably a couple people who would, but like, seriously, just make a main series Monster Hunter game with this art style. It'll run well on almost anything, I'm sure. It'll have really charming visuals. And it'd be a lot easier to add a whole lot more monsters to it than they have been in the, you know, super realistic styled Monster Hunter games. Like, World and Wilds, they look great. And when you've got a good enough system, they run well. But it cannot be easy to model new monsters in that style and animate them to the same fidelity that they want. Like, I'm willing to bet they can do much quicker turnaround for any given monster in a more simplified style like this, and it would still look fantastic. So yeah, 100%. Give us Monster Hunter Generations 2 in this art style with the full franchise roster, please. I would buy that 5 times. That's not even a joke. I bought Monster Hunter Rise for several of my friends. I bought Monster Hunter Rise like 5 times. And that I wasn't even as excited about as I would be if they did another Celebration title with this art style and like the full series roster. It wouldn't even need the full series roster. Just give us the most monsters we've ever had in a game. Even if it beats GU by 1, I would still be way excited for that. But hey, we made it through this entire stream with no crashes. That's nice. Whereas last night when I was trying to farm up invasive parts on my PC, I was getting crashes in less than half an hour. It happened 3 times where I got a crash in less than half an hour of play. So yeah, I definitely appreciate that the crashes behaved today. And we've definitely still got some more side quests to do, so hopefully they will behave as we go and do those too. Sounds like these credits are about to end, judging by the fact that this theme is wrapping up. The people who made this game definitely did a good job. I'm looking forward to seeing what gets added to it in title updates. Because surely there are going to be some. Surely. Oh.
Hey, still dozing, sleepyhead?
Yet another instance where playing as the female playable character prevents us from seeing Prince Bullcut. Okay, a cute little post-credits scene. Not that it adds anything, but it's cute. Okay, let's save our completed story file. I didn't read what it said that we could do, but let's save in another slot just to be safe. And let's hop in here. See what we got going on in the post-game. I've heard there isn't a whole lot, which, on the one hand, kind of disappointing, considering previous Stories games have had at least decent post-games. But on the other hand, the main game was still plenty satisfying. The Calamitous Elder Dragons were neat and fun challenges. And the only challenges we're really missing are the real repetitive stuff like the tower. And something tells me title updates will give us nice new challenges to play with. Which again, I have to assume there will be title updates, though I cannot know for sure. I mean, we know there's going to be at least one that gives us the Rudy side story. Okay. Grabbed that. Let's go back here. We can never swap Ratha out of the party, you say? If so, that is very disappointing. Oh, yep. He is stuck in the party even in the post-game. Every other Monster Hunter Stories game has allowed us to remove Ratha from the party post-game. And quite frankly, I kind of appreciated that. But apparently, no, we're stuck with him. If we want to not be doubled up on fire monsters, then Dread King Rathalos is basically just a bonus monster that is there to look at. Yeah, that's a real shame that we can't remove Ratha from the party even post-game. Gonna go for the other super rare den, and then we will go looking for any side quests I have not yet done. Because I haven't done all of them. Yeah, Calfor, I guess the post-game save being before the final boss would be why we can't remove Ratha from the party. Though, can we... I fully expected they would let us add Simon back to the roster. Like, I expected post-game's reward to be like, hey, you can use Simon again. Because, like, again, they gave him an extra costume as a pre-order bonus. And then they just take him away from the party and you never get him back? I fully expected for him to rejoin us and be usable elsewhere. Anyway, quests. Okay, we have got 7 more quests to do. At least 7 more quests that are currently available. In distant lands of frigid glory, twin black dragons safeguard your quarry. Yes, that's the message, no doubt about it. Whoa, Princess Garnet? Don't tell me you heard all that just now. I guess asking you to forget you ever heard anything is out of the question, huh? In that case, I could use your help. With what, you ask? Why, a little treasure hunting, of course. And as my finder's fee, I'll just take a little off the top. That's all I need. I see you're a practical individual. Then let's get right to it. This is about a treasure left behind by a late king of Azuria. Many know the story, as countless treasure hunters have tried and failed to find it. But most think it's just a tall tale now. But not me. I found a code hidden in a letter from the late king. Deciphering it gave me that sentence I spoke just now. In distant lands of frigid glory, twin black dragons safeguard your quarry. Great, ain't it? Ooh, I'm shivering with excitement. Problem is, I have no clue where it points to. I may be great at decoding, but I can't read maps to save my life. So, Your Highness, any clue where we're supposed to go? Yeah, Sarathis, a place that you probably never even heard of. So really it's not about your inability to read maps, but rather the fact that this is a pre-New Covenant world, and thereby people aren't allowed to leave the town or go past the meridian or whatever. Be careful, Your Highness. It's too dangerous to go any further. A peculiar disease has gripped Blightstone Woods as of late. It's spreading like wildfire, especially among the small monsters. No, not the crystallization. All of those afflicted seem to have the life sucked out of them. No guarantee it won't affect humans just the same. And without knowing the source, we'd best stay away from the woods for now. Is there gonna be a Malzeno in there?
Thank you.
What? You mean to solve the mystery yourself, Your Highness? Goodness, but I'd be ever so grateful if you could. They say the Aptonoth around here have been struck ill, so I was actually going to ask the kingdom to officially investigate. As for the cause, well, none of us know for certain, but according to someone who witnessed the disease with her own eyes, in the evening some red butterflies she'd never seen before came fluttering through, and a velociprey collapsed before her very eye, or before her eyes. Not her very eyes, just her eyes. Could such dreadful creatures truly lurk in the woods? I suggest you take every ounce of caution available to you, Your Highness. So yeah, there is a Malzeno out there. Or maybe it's a Geismagorm. But no, it's a Malzeno, isn't it? I ain't seen no pits opening up anywhere in this game.
Good to see you.
Ah, Your Highness, how fares it? I fear we have a dire situation on our hands here. I just received a report from one of my subordinates. A feral Brachydios den has been discovered in the region. There's so much we don't understand about Brachydios, but one thing is for certain. They are savage, menacing monsters. And if this one is a feral variant, both the locals and my subordinate are in grave danger. I must deal with this threat with all haste, yet in all honesty, we lack personnel capable of taking on a feral Brachydios. Blast it! No, it's gonna blast you. That's what Brachydios does. If it comes to it, I am willing to lay down my life for the people.
Huh?
What? You would be willing to face that monster, Your Highness? My word! Well, with your strength on our side, surely we have nothing to worry about. According to the report, the feral Brachydios den was discovered in Sunpetal Plains. I pray for your good fortune. Fare thee well. Alright, let's head over to Shepperton to pick up the quests there. I want to pick up all the quests before I start doing them, just in case there's some overlap. Well, hey there, Ranger. Happy to see you again. As you might expect, I've come to this land in the capacity of quest board cleaner. Unfortunately, I've got one issue to deal with. It requires someone to slay a Fulgur Anjanath, a Red Kezu, and, woof, an Ebony Otogaron. I'm tangling with a bit of an embarrassing situation myself, you see. I was just about to go back and make necessary preparations. Is there any chance I could look to you for assistance on this one, Ranger? I'd like to settle the matter as soon as possible. Much appreciated, Ranger. In that case, allow me to get down to brass tacks. The location is Howlin' Yowl Forest. All three targets live in close proximity, so I doubt you'd be able to avoid successive battles. You'll have to take on a Fulgur Anjanath, a Red Kezu, and an Ebony Otogaron all at once. This request won't be an easy one. Just make sure you don't bite off more than you can chew. Throw down the gauntlet, but be careful when you do. Oh. I just can't shake this fatigue. Maybe a quick nap would do the trick. We've seen tons of storms lately. Rain, wind, thunder. Just raging and crashing. All that noise scares the kids. They barely sleep. And you know, I suddenly remembered this Wyverian who visited our village one time, and what he said to me. According to him, an elder dragon appears in this land once every few decades in search of a mate. If that's true, we're in trouble. Not even the canines can handle something as powerful as elder dragons. Happens more than once every few decades. It's happened repeatedly since I got here. What? You'll look into this elder dragon stuff for me? That's awfully kind of you, pal. I guess if you're agreeing, it's probably more about confidence than kindness. Heck, I could tell how tough you are at a glance. I leave the matter in your capable hands. So now we've got the quest to kill those two. And let's go do this last Recluse Rider. Which, yeah, this one isn't going to be tied to any other quests, but It is here.
Hi, hello.
I may be a twerp, but I'm a recluse rider too, you know. Me and the monsters Mama and Papa raised live together. They're more like older siblings than anything else, and I can tell more than anything, they crave a real fight. Thing is, I ain't big enough to ride them yet, so I figured I'd see if a grown-up rider's cool enough to go toe-to-toe with them. You're the one who came over the Great Shelf, right? I bet a girl like you'd be willing to fight my siblings for me, right? Okay, 27 turns without using more than 1 items.
Thanks.
You hear that, Great Izuchi Mizutsune Magnamalo? How cool is this? So this boy clearly came from the Shrine Ruins. My siblings are super pumped about this. Look, they're totally sharpening their claws in anticipation. Actually, this might get a little dangerous. If I'm gonna watch, better do it from a safe distance. Let me know when you're ready. I think I'm ready. Ready to go? Okay then, Great Izuchi Mizutsune Magnamalo, you're up.
I've got this. Let's go.
Take it easy now.
It occurs to me I maybe should have changed my weapon, but then again, fire should be decent against Izuchi. Okay, it's not good, but it's decent. Mizutsune, I believe electric would have been better, and Magnamalo probably also electric would have been better. I guess electric weapons would have been the thing to use here, but whatever! We can at least use an electric monster.
Let's go.
Let's save our own stamina for a bit.
This will do it. All right. Yeah.
Okay, that'll break the back. And you know what? A meteor hammer on the face won't break it, but it'll get halfway there.
Good one.
That helps.
And now it's got buddies. Yeah, let's break the face with a thunderclap. That'll knock it down. And then this perfect strike will hit it for a critical.
How's our chance? You did it! Now!
And possibly get the kill. Nope.
How's your chance?
But we at least knocked over the little guys.
Now's the time.
Let's get some effervescence in here.
Good one.
Okay. Mizutsune is a speed monster, if I'm not mistaken. And it looks like we can bust this tail pretty easily. Oh. Tech.
Good going. Counting on ya.
Thank you.
You're on a roll. Yeah.
That helps. Watch out!
Well, I've dodged the bewitching bubbles myself. Unfortunately, Blanc did not. Which has resulted in accuracy down medium, which ain't good for us. So I think the thing to do here is quite possibly to do a thunder explosion, but to try and get in here with a defense down coating first, because that way, if I can get that in before... Nope. Thunder explosion does more damage if the target's stats are lowered. If my coating had gone in before the thunder explosion, it would have done more damage. Okay, he's using Venom Surprise, so I don't have to care about this head-to-head.
Okay. Got him.
Now's your chance.
We are not doing a Synchro Rush.
Good one.
Let's calm down.
And let's throw a Thunderclap in here to get that break. And I'll go ahead and do a Rapid Shot just to be prepared for the next monster that shows up so that I can do an aerial aim right off the bat and get an attack down large. Or not attack down, defense down. But apparently my Rapid Shot was too late, and therefore I can't. I should have done a Quick Shot. Yeah, I should have done Quick Shot. Magnamalo resists thunder, and fire actually does decently on it. Interesting. Or no, that's Blanc I'm looking at. Okay, yeah, Magnamalo is weak to thunder and to water. We got water on our team. But perhaps I should let Blanc stick around so that he can get us a kinship. And I'll just do a quick shot over here.
Yeah, this will do it.
Nice miss.
Keep it up.
Right, he's still got accuracy down. Let's try this again. And now I will aerial aim to get that defense down large.
Now's our chance. Take that. Ah, this will do it.
Push yourself.
So Ogden's about to have a bad time.
Ready?
Though I can help him with that. Might as well go for one of the multi-break transforms. Well, let's go for this one.
Okay. See that? You did it.
Counting on you.
Thank you.
And now we'll swap to Inundus for the rest of the fight. Yeah, we could throw a Nami Torrent on there. And I will do a Meteor Hammer on that same spot so that we get that multi-break transform.
Now's our chance. Yeah. Now.
Again, not going to do a Synchro Rush. Wow, it hit with exactly one fruit. That's the worst I've seen happen. Okay, what can we do that is going to be the most damage? Fleeting Effervescence or Thunder Explosion? It does have Thunder Defense down and regular defense down. Thunder Explosion's probably going to do the most. And the tail's already broken. So I guess a Rapid Shot on the back is going to help us with that break, potentially.
Nice job.
If this thing even survives long enough.
You're on a roll.
That helps.
Alrighty.
On to the next. Thanks.
Holy Moofa Milk! So this is how a veteran fights.
Yay.
Your monsties were so cool, ma'am. When I grow up, I want to be a rider just like you. Here, take this on behalf of my siblings. Use it on your monsties or for your pals. I'd love a chance for our families to fight again. Next time you're in Tarquan, don't be a stranger. Oh. There's a new Recluse Rider. That kinship stone, that monstie. It's you, the rider that butted in on our secret training. I may be a Recluse Rider, but I'm not like the others. I won't be deceived by your bogus air of affability. You're playing nice with us outsiders to get any juicy intel we have. Sorry, pal, but I'll never open up to the likes of you. Fight me, outsider rider. My brave monsters will make you say uncle. You'll see. Okay, finish within 27 turns without losing any of your hearts. Interesting. This is the first one where we've been allowed to use items, apparently.
Very true.
Holding your ground, are you? You've got some pluck, I'll give you that. Don't think my monsters will let you off the hook, though. My Chatacabra, Ajaricon, and Arkveld are seasoned survivors of hostile environments. They'll gladly take you on. I'll give you time to leave a note for your friends. Come back when you've said your goodbyes. So, the Arkveld is only weak to dragon, and the other two are not weak to dragon. Let's just go as we are. Think you can stand the onslaught of my Chatacabra, Ajaricon, and Arkveld?
We've got this, everyone. Let's go.
Easy peasy.
Okay, so I think Chirpy's gonna lose this head-to-head here. But whatever.
Eyes up. Counting on you.
Thank you.
Okay, we're gonna need things to speed up here. Because this is all we got on turn 1, and we need to do this within 27 turns. What level is this thing? 80.
Good going. Yeah.
That helps.
Ooh, nice para. And now we can do an Omni Chaser. The arms are weak to hammers.
Counting on you.
Thank you.
Okay, that Omni Chaser will break that arm. And that Meteor Hammer ought to at least help with the other one.
Now's your chance.
And down goes the frog.
Classic. Let's calm down.
And it's still paralyzed, so Omni Chaser is still good.
Nice job. This will do it.
You did it.
And frog down. Now for Monkey. Who I believe will be opening up with power, but I could be wrong. Nope, opening with tech.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
That helps.
Right in time. Good one. You okay?
And I have been blasted. Okay. Thorn is now rideable. Let's swap to someone who will do better against this Ajaricon. Yeah, I figured water. So, Inundus, let us inundate.
Let's go.
And I should probably cure myself of blast before anything else, because this guy probably wants to do something to explode it on me, which would probably cause me to lose a heart.
Counting on you.
Thank you, guys.
And since I'm still in my lunge stance, I'm still getting some damage out this turn. So yeah, could be worse. Alright, we got Venom Surprise incoming. That's good. Is Surface Break a thing that we want right now? Sure. And just for safety, since we, again, are allowed to use items.
Don't push yourself.
Let's go ahead and toss that out. Because while our health wasn't an issue this turn, it could be one in later turns.
Let's calm down.
And let's do some fleeting effervescence, get some good damage on there. And in the meantime, we should probably get a coating out.
You're on a roll. Good one.
Chirpy, why do you gotta waste the knockdown turn?
Watch out!
Okay, now we know this thing does tech when it's in normal mode. And since my weapon is already coated up, let's just double this thing with something that does damage. So, monkey down, now for Arkveld. And since Arkveld is only weak to dragon, let's bring some dragon to it. I don't think Chirpy's about to win this head-to-head. I really don't.
Let's go.
But you know what? In case he is, maybe I should whip out my bow and just do a tech attack with him. Yeah, no, he's not winning this head-to-head.
Got it. Now, counting on you.
Thank you.
Let's do some more pickaxe beaks. And I'll do a quick shot just so that I can get to defense down large.
This will do it. That helps.
Nice dodge, Ogden. Okay, now that it's in Dragon Mantle, I expect it's going to be using power, but I could be wrong. And we don't have to double this, so I'm just going to go ahead and aerial aim.
Counting on you.
Thank you.
Actually, yeah, a quick shot will be totally fine. As long as Isdarg goes first, which it did. Went before the Arkveld. That was what mattered. And we have enough stamina for a Dragon Fist during the knockdown. I love seeing that huge damage to a breakable part.
Classic! You did it!
Call that teamwork.
Ah, my monster's lost?
Amazing.
So this is why the other Recluse Riders fawn over you so. Your might, your bonds, your integrity. You're the genuine article. I must celebrate your victory and apologize for my misconduct. I hope this covers both counts. I would appreciate another bout sometime, if you don't mind, that is. Us Recluse Riders will welcome you any time with open arms. Alright, so that's all of them done. And that is the only quest we still haven't picked up. And with a name like Chained Up, I bet we're going to be asked to go kill an Arkveld.
Why, hello there.
Ranger, would you happen to know of the Arkveld? Yup. No, I suppose you wouldn't, would you? I do know of it. I have one at level 99, and I used it to kill Elder Dragons here. Also, I literally just killed one. It's the last thing I fought. Those fearsome monsters once occupied this land long ago. Indeed, they have long since gone extinct. Then why are there so many, and why are there eggs of them now? Even so, a monster resembling the extinct Arkveld has supposedly been spotted around the Scarlet Wisteria near Mount Canalta. Witnesses spoke of a monster with wings like chains. There is no doubt it must be an Arkveld. Perhaps our ancestors knew how to handle that beast, but in the modern day we have no recourse to deal with such a threat.
Well now.
What? You're willing to take care of this for us, Ranger? That would certainly be a great help. Yet this is a creature from ancient times. Not even my grandfather has ever laid eyes on one. When I was but a babe, my great-grandfather told me quite a tale. Back when his own great-granddaddy was alive, those Arkveld roamed the lands often. Once every few years they would suddenly appear, devouring the energy of local monsters before vanishing just as quickly. Those Arkveld were a fearsome sight, glowing dark red with the energy they'd consumed. Basically what I'm saying is, best to be cautious. Well, since we know we're going to be fighting an Arkveld, might as well use this bow. It's not got quite the Wyvern Fell of the Joe bow, but it does have enough that it can still be good. And it comes with accuracy downcoding, which is nice. And spread shot, which does leave something to be desired, but we've got rapid shot on here to help make up for that. And we've got aerial aim. Do I want to also have Dragon Piercer? Aerial aim is 30, 90, 50. Dragon Piercer Crush is 40, 130. Yeah, this is hardly more damage, and we sacrifice so much Wyvern Fell. Aerial aim's just better. Could change aerial aim blank for aerial aim Wyve, which gives a whole plus 10 Wyvern Fell. But nah, not going to bother with that. Piercing shot is just high crit. Maybe adding another coating wouldn't be the worst. We've got accuracy down and evasion down. If I was to add another, it'd probably be, if we're being honest, defense down. But maybe we don't. I mean, we could just throw on Battle Ready XL and fish for getting accuracy down on the thing right from the start. It's 50-50. Could also put absolute evasion on, but I don't spend too much time with 50 plus stamina. But and then again, actually I do, because I've got Stamina Surge XL. Yeah, sure, we'll put absolute evasion on, just give myself an out. Okay, so that's where the Arkveld is.
We've got the upper hand.
Wow, dude starts with lowered Wyvern Fell. I wonder if that's normal, or surely our preemptive strike didn't do all of that. Nice. Darkness, Poison, and Para. Oh, right. Arkveld's gauge fills as we hit it. At least the story Arkvelds did. I wonder if this one is just story Arkveld reprise.
Watch out!
Like, do I have to do a Savage Fireball with, Nah, I probably don't have to do Savage Fireball with a, Mega Demon Drug. Wait, where's my Battle Ready? Didn't I put Battle Ready on this thing so it would have a coating? Well, whatever. Right, I put Absolute Evasion on so that I'd have another option for staying safe. And I do not need to Synchro Rush. I've got the full achievement for doing Synchro Rushes. I don't have to do any more.
All right, keep it up. All right.
And either way, the arc belt's down.
On to the next.
Here's a super rare den. I do not need barrel felines. My whole party right now is level 99.
All right.
Ah, yes. This is the spot I was talking about that's annoying to get to without true flight. Because this is the closest catavan stand to it. Which means we gotta go all the way up. All the way up. And then we gotta jump over to the water. Hop on a swimming monstie. Keep on going. Get on land. Whip out a climbing monstie. Climb this. And only then can we reach this ledge.
Take it easy now.
It is annoying to get to this ledge. They really should have put a catavan stand up here. Like, even just putting a catavan stand here, you'd have to get here once the normal way. That's enough.
We've got the upper hand.
Okay, Kezu's weak to water. Let's go ahead and take advantage of that.
Counting on you.
Good going. Now's the time. Yeah.
That helps.
Now's our chance.
Counting on you.
Thank you.
This will do it.
It's kind of sad that Surface Breaker doesn't stack Wyvern Soul Defense down, whereas Pickaxe Beak does.
Good going.
No, I'll do a rapid shot. Considered doing aerial aim, but this thing isn't going to last long enough for that to matter too much.
That helps.
Right, Fulgur Angel does speed when it's mad. It's only regular Angel that does tech when it's mad. Well, at least we've got its accuracy down, so it missed. Not that it would have been a huge threat to begin with.
Good one.
Yeah, Nami Torrent will work.
Now's our chance!
We're out of time.
I wanted to use Thunder Explosion, but I guess we can't. But I bet a double kinship will do at least decent damage.
All right. Out of the back pocket.
And now we can Thunder Explosion. That did less than I'd hoped.
That helps.
You did it! Now's your chance!
Classic.
Counting on you.
Thank you.
We got this.
We have indeed got this.
Go.
You're on a roll.
All right! Yeah! On to the next!
And that's all I can do here, though we can go turn in that Arkveld quest.
Well, now.
That belongs to an Arkveld. Ranger, don't tell me you...
Thanks.
So you really did take down that Arkveld? Yes, I see. You really are our savior. You realize that, Ranger. You really are our savior. You realize that, Ranger. Something like that. We can never thank you enough. I had all but accepted we'd have to evacuate the village, though I guess we couldn't leave behind the generations of graves here. What do you mean, generations of graves? You... Wasn't the whole thing about Shepparton that they used to live in the wastes, but then they moved here because they had to? Like, I thought it was a relatively recent settlement. The one thing bothers me. You see, I was going to buy the biggest cut of meat I could find. Kind of like a last meal. And yet, here I am. Suppose that means I missed my chance to eat like a poogie. Okay. And now we go to Azuria, where surely the game is going to be... It's going to do the Azuria thing. Okay, yep. I was about to be like, oh, it's not. But then it did choke on itself. Oh. Okay, didn't have enough time to think about how I wanted to do this. Malzeno is weak to dragon. Okay, we are going to keep Isdarg. who really wants to Berserk Slide right now, but we're not going to let him. Instead, we are going to try and work on that face.
That helps.
Now's the time. Counting on you.
Thank you. This will do it.
Now!
I'm gonna guess tech. Nope, speed.
Are you okay? That helps.
Alright, so this will get the chest broken.
You did it!
Good going.
All right, keep it up!
Not a whole lot I can do on only 20 stamina. But Sweet Spot works.
Good one.
How's our chance? Nice job.
Yeah! On to the next!
Kind of weird that that's not the first Malzeno we've heard of. Or the first instance of Curio in this game we've heard of draining monsters or making anomalous monsters. Considering that one guy basically ground up Curio and put them in his mega demon drug thing. Okay, it is a rare quest den. Fascinating. Okay, so Bracky... I mean, Bracky is normally weak to water, but what about feral Bracky? Weak to lightning.
We've got this, everyone. Let's go!
Easy peasy.
Maybe should have changed my weapon, but whatever. Let's give this guy a Nami Torrent. And the forelegs of the Blightstone, we should probably work on them. I don't remember what Feral Bracky does, but I feel like it's going to be Strength first, and then Speed when it's mad, if memory serves.
Now's the time.
Okay, yes, Strength first.
This will do it.
Counting on you.
Thank you.
Last time I fought a Feral Bracky, I was level 10. It was a very different situation back then.
How's our chance? That helps.
Okay, this Thunderclap will prevent Ogden from getting backlashed. So let's go for it.
Classic. Thank you.
We've got an AoE incoming right now. But we got a stun, so it's all good.
Now's the time.
And now it can't hit anyone, between the accuracy down large and the fact that it's just in the mode where it can't hit anyone. Ogden and Chirpy are going to get a double on it. That's totally fine. We welcome that. And Electro Breath is being used on the head, which is also totally fine. In fact, I'm going to join in on smacking that.
Watch out!
Okay. Looks like we've got another AoE incoming. Not much I can do about this one other than try and get the stun, but I don't know that we can. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to use some cleansing powder so that my Laggy and Ogden don't explode.
Good going. Counting on ya.
Thank you.
Right in time. Now's the time.
This will do it. Ah!
Let's calm down.
And now with it being in normal state, we can double it with speed.
All right.
And yes, I know the hands are still unbroken. I just figured might as well leave them so that we can get a guaranteed stun later. Wait, no. This doesn't take into account the crit, so that would probably get the break. We don't want to get the break while it's already down.
Nice job.
You're on a roll. Good going. We've got this.
Might as well finish with a double kinship.
All right. How about that?
You did it!
All that teamwork.
And that's the extent of quests that I can guarantee we can do today. The Narwa and Ibushi, I guess, are going to have to wait unless they show up as, like, the first Elder Dragon that I get to show up today. After that Velkhana from earlier. But we can go turn in the other quests. And then once that's done, we can check to make sure no further quests have spawned in.
Good to see you, Your Highness.
Your Highness, I believe you defeated that feral Brachydios. And by believe, I mean I expect a report any second now.
Thank you.
I knew that feral Brachydios wouldn't stand a chance if it went up against you. And thanks to you, my subordinate and the locals are safe. And I myself avoided a pointless death, most likely. Allow me to thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Stay calm, everyone.
What to do?
I'm just glad to see you're okay, Highness. Or Your Highness. My word, to think all that malaise was the work of a monster that absorbs energy. Goodness me, there are such frightening creatures out there. Thank you for your help, Princess Garnet. Okay. Let's head back to Canalta, just because it feels like the place to be. Oh. Right, still got to turn that in, and also apparently there's another thing. So to Shepperton, then. Though before we go to Shepperton, let's just beat up this Mizutsune. You never know, it might make Naruendi Bushi show up.
Oh, nice! Excellent job!
Good.
How about that?
It did not. Also, with the quest here being called Feral Thorn, something tells me it's going to be Espinas. Feral Espinas. I don't believe we've had a quest for the Feral Espinas rerun yet.
No.
How frightening. I thought I was a goner for sure. I was clambering up Mount Canalta in search of some ore when I tripped over something near the summit. When I went to see what had tripped me up, it was a monster wing. Some flying wyvern covered in red spikes was snoozing there. I was distracted, so I didn't notice the thing at all. Startled me right out of my wits. I got away with my life thanks to the mad dash I made down the mountain. Didn't know I could even run that fast. Phew, I'm pooped. And the worst part is I won't be able to go mining in peace for a while. What's a fellow supposed to do?
Thank you.
You're willing to trek up to check the trouble, Ranger? That's mighty kind of you. The flying wyvern with red scales all over its green body is up near the top of Mount Canalta. I believe you mean red spikes. You seem used to this sort of thing, but still, watch your back.
Must be
Yeah, will that be all right?
I didn't hear of this. Oh my!
Hey, Ranger, from that sunny expression of yours, I gather that you've defeated those monsters already?
Well now.
Wowzers, you tore through those three like a poogie tearing through a wet bag of feed. If I hadn't run into you or gotten your help, I can't even begin to tell how long I would have kept my client waiting. Your gentle heart and stalwart strength are blessings for which I couldn't be any more grateful. And now that I've gotten your help with 3 Herculean tasks, it might be time to hang up my hat as the questboard cleaner. Okay, let's go take care of that. Feral Espinas. What is Feral Espinas Week 2? During its normal mode, nothing. While enraged, dragon. Okay, we don't have to change our weapon. Also, I spy a super rare den. I accept highly potent deviants.
All right.
Gonna drop a hard save since it's been a bit. And clearly I wasn't the only one who decided to call an Espinas Thorn. But I don't know if anybody else called their Stygians an ogre Isdarg.
We've got this, everyone. Let's go!
Easy peasy.
Okay, the wings will get us a stun, but it is currently in counter mode, which means Ogden's doing Ogden things. But then again, Ogden things in this case include a pitfall trap, so let's go for it. I have zero reason to avoid the wings if that thing's gonna be in a pit trap.
You did it!
Now's the time. Good going.
Now's our chance!
Yeah.
That helps.
Okay, Espinasse uses power to begin with, I believe. Yep.
Excellent!
And now it can't hit anyone worth a damn.
Thank you. Watch out! Now's your chance!
And we can drop a Dragon Fist on those wings to get them pretty close to broken, and we'll drop an aerial aim on them, which looks like it will in fact break them, while also applying accuracy down large.
This will do it!
Now's the time.
Classic!
That helps.
Though admittedly, getting the stun while the thing was in its staggered mode, arguably not ideal, but whatever. And between darkness and this thing having accuracy down L and me having evasion M, there is a very low chance that I actually get hit here.
Now's our chance! Now!
Okay, this thing is only weak to Ice and Dragon, so we don't have anyone other than Izdarg who can do super effective damage. It resists water a little bit. It doesn't resist lightning, so let's just go ahead and drop a railgun. Yeah, a railgun on this thing while it's down. Just for the extra damage.
Let's go!
Good one. You're on a roll. Now,
Nice job!
counting on you.
Thank you.
And this thing is now a total non-threat. Especially with that Venom surprise, which will probably get the kill.
Counting on you.
Okay. Got him. Oh, that teamwork.
Your Highness!
So, I can't think of any other feral monsters we fought. So that might be the end of our feral repeat gauntlet thing.
Where did they go?
Hi.
Hey Ranger, what's the word?
Thanks.
Hold up, you took care of that flying wyvern for me? You really are unbelievable. I heard it was one of those noxious poison types. Almost makes me feel bad asking you to deal with it so flippantly. Didn't look so scary when it was just splayed out on the ground, snoozing like it owned the place. Good to see you back in one piece. Thanks again. And let's just head out to make sure that any potential quest givers get refreshed. Oops, wrong button. And okay, there is another one. In the Ministry of Eggs. Also, right, we need to find the treasure trove in Sarathis.
Hi.
Huh? Hold up, you're that rider from back then, ain't you? What do you mean you don't remember me? You saved me from that Ajaricon attack. I owe you big time, friend, that's for sure. Say, I bet you'd be able to. Hey, so, I know this is out of nowhere, but got time to hear me out? Truth is, I spotted something awful feisty on the road back from the dig site. A feral devil Joe. Ah, but keep hush-hush about it. I haven't told the others yet. I'm not here to start any undue panic. Listen, I get it. It's way too risky to keep mining with that lug on the road. I wouldn't walk away in one piece, that's for sure. But it's not like I can stop either, you know? Egg quartz mining is the lifeblood of this city. And that's where you come in, friend. If it's slaying that feral devil Joe, you're the right rider for the job. What do you say?
I owe you.
Hey, it was crazy of me to ask in the... Wait, what? You'll do it? Seriously? Holy Moofa milk. You really are the best, you know that? A guy could fall in love if you keep this up. Figured I was done for when that feral devil Joe showed up, but hey, if anyone can take it down, it's you. We're counting on you. Please, save our city. We fought a feral devil Joe? We've not. Okay. So, we actually get something new. Where is the feral devil Joe? Well, we do have to go get these royal jewels.
I've got this. Let's go.
Take it easy now.
You did it! What a win!
That's that.
That felt good.
And we got an elder dragon to show up, but it's the wrong one. So there is now no chance that we will finish every side quest in the game on this stream. That Legiana tried to get me. So the Royal Jewels thing... In distant lands of frigid glory, twin black dragons safeguard your quarry. So here's one.
We've got the upper hand.
Good one.
I should really be using Inundus instead of Thornir.
Let's go.
You're on a roll. Counting on you.
Thank you. Watch out! Classic. Hey, now's your chance.
Nice job!
Yeah.
That helps.
All right, keep it up.
Good going.
You did it.
Oh. I was not expecting its twin to be a Black Diablo, so I expected there to be another Black Gravios inside the den right there, but I guess the den was just a red herring that spawned in there just because. Black Diablos is slightly weak to water, okay. And I don't have ice to use right now anyway.
This will do it.
I do have a Velkhana, it's just not on the team because I can't fit it here right now.
Hey. Counting on you.
Thank you.
Because I'm not allowed to get rid of Ratha. I mean, I could drop Thorn for the Velkhana. But that would feel bad because we've had Thorn with us since the demo. Let's actually go for something that can get us a break.
Classic. That helps.
So it stunned everyone but Ogden. Guess he's the only one who slotted earplugs.
That helps.
You're on a roll.
Nice job.
Counting on you.
Thank you.
Alright, so there's the twin black dragons down.
Oh, that teamwork.
So is that quest clear? No. Okay, so we do have to go into the... Yep, that says quest den. I would have expected something other than a Rathalos egg in here. Like, I expected there to be a treasure chest with some kind of loot. Okay, and then... Where's the pickle? Right there near the mining area. Ah. Have you told the Recluse Riders that it's there? I feel like they might need to know. Gonna ignore the Yamatsukami because I have no use for its parts at this point. I would if it had armor, but it doesn't. Okay, that pickle looks pretty standard for a pickle. Which means it's probably a standard pickle that just happens to be frenzied. Like, it's probably... Or not frenzied, feral. So yeah, it's probably got the same weaknesses as usual, in which case electric will do great. And the legs are the Blightstone part. And Ogden is, of course, going for them right off the bat. Because he just can't help himself. He sees something that gets him countered, he goes for it.
Hey!
And it's a severe poison backlash, so yeah, that is something to avoid. Ah, it's weak to water. And I expect it'll be using power right now, but maybe it won't. We'll find out. Okay, yep, that's power, all right. Right, didn't it use power on Ogden when he used his defensive ditty as well?
Thank you. Don't push yourself.
And Ogden has lost himself a heart because he just can't help himself. Okay, he's pit trapping to save Chirpy. That's nice of him. And this Joe resists electric, so we have got a new thing to do. And it is use Inundus. Because Inundus is actually what this wants of us. Ogden is getting himself countered again because, again, the old man just can't help himself. I really wish Sakura Spirit Blade would target a single target instead of all enemies. Like, if I could put that on specifically one part and get all that damage on one part, that would be nice. But alas, I cannot. So instead, I am going to Omni Chaser that blindness to the face.
All right.
You did it!
Now's the time.
Ah, but I should have seen that Ogden was using his trap and then go for the legs. Well, we can go for the legs now. I think Death Scythe is the best we can do to us. Or no, Nami Torrent's the best we can do to a single target with Nami help. So let's Nami Torrent those legs. And I guess we'll throw some accuracy down coding in there too.
This will do it! Now's our chance! This will do it!
Watch out!
And now the legs are not attackable still. Interesting. So I'm probably gonna get injured if I do nothing. But that doesn't mean I have to do nothing now, does it? I could use a trap. Or, since I have the ability, I'll just be over here. While Ogden gets himself severe poisoned again. Ogden, please. You do not have to hit the glowy part every single turn. You really don't. I think Devil Joe uses speed when it's enraged. So surface break should be fine, right? If I am wrong about it using speed, Namiel is going to get itself severe poison backlashed. But I'm going to trust it.
Counting on you.
Thank you. Don't push yourself.
And Ogden has gotten himself severe backlashed, or severe poison backlashed a third time, and lost a heart to it. What a fool. Old man really needs to learn that it's okay to not hit the crystal sometimes. It really is. Though I'm hitting the crystal now because it's going to get us a stagger. And a stagger helps us get not hit. Oh, but I was a little bit hasty there. But now we've got the stagger.
Watch out! Now's your chance!
So the pickle can't hit us at all this turn, so that's good. And looks like we can also break those legs, but we'll save it for a turn where it's not guaranteed to miss us.
This will do it!
Right in time.
Okay, so this is a turn where it's not guaranteed to miss us. So we are gonna get them legs.
Good one. Good going.
Ready?
And Pickle mad. I feel like a double kinship at this point will get us the kill.
All right.
See what we can do.
Yeah. So, Feral Devil Joe down. And I just got the Monsterpedia completed achievement, so we have now faced every monster in the game. And it looks like Yamatsukami's going to be gone once we leave. But I don't have time to make another Elder Dragon spawn and fight it. So yeah, we're not doing the full kill for Narwendi Bushi today. So let's just go back to Galliad and turn in a quest for the Feral Joe. Hey, you! Wow, you've still got all your limbs and everything. And what about that menace to our mining enterprise?
Thanks.
Wait, really? You actually took that feral freak down? Awesome, now the city's safe and sound. You really are our hero, you know that? We're in your debt, and I'll make sure my children's children know your name. Oh, we should erect a statue in your honor, a big one. Slap it right next to the monument in the square. That way everyone will know what a hero you are. What do you mean, no need? Aw, come on now. It's a bit late to get shy about all this. Fine, fine. Then at least take this as a token of my appreciation. No reason to turn this down, right? Okay, let's go back to Azuria Castle to turn in the treasure hunting quest. Say, Your Highness, where'd you run off to? Suss out the location of our fabled treasure yet? Yeah, it was the Rathalos egg. Hi. What? You actually found it? Yes, yes! Finally, the late king's long-hidden treasure has been uncovered. I knew I'd got it right. Well, don't leave me in suspense. Huh? A Rathalos egg, you say? Well, I suppose that is a great and valuable thing, but... Not exactly a treasure I can do anything with, is it? Seems to me that the king left the treasure to his descendants. From the beginning, it was meant to go to you, Your Highness. Can't say the treasure hunter in me is too pleased, but... as a man, I'm happy to know it got to you, Princess Garnet. You can bet the late king is smiling at this outcome, too. Use it well, you hear me? Now then, time to sniff out my next treasure. And now, let's... just do a quick fast travel over to Shepperton. Just because. No specific reason it's here, but making sure that, yep, that is the only quest that we still have available. Maybe there will be another after, but I doubt it. And either way, it is time for me to call this a stream. So thanks, folks, for dropping by to watch and chat and all that. And I will be back tomorrow for some Resident Evil. We're going back to Resident Evil Requiem because I beat this game. And there's only one quest left to do. And I can't guarantee that I can have it ready at any given time. So here's the plan for this game. What I am going to do in this game is I am going to get Narwendi Bushi to spawn at some point, and then when they give us an update that gives us some new content, even if it's just Rudy's side story, the next update this game has, I will have those two ready to go. So we'll start the next stream of this game when there is new content with a Narwendi Bushi kill. So that's the plan. See ya then. Well, tomorrow for Resident Evil Requiem. See ya then, friends.